Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Yuliana. I'm from English Education Class B. I am 5th semester and this is the mid semester from the English for Specific Purposes that taught by Mr. Adi Isma. And now I would like to explain the material that has been learned before. The material is the first is the origins of ESP. At the end of the Second World War in 1945 marked an era of expansion or development in scientific, technical, and economic activities on international scale. This expansion creates a world that is unified and dominated by two forces, that is technology and commerce, which in their relentless progress are soon generating a demand for an international language. This makes a new group of people want to learn English because English is the key international currency in technology and commerce. However, in teaching English, there are important differences between English used in commerce and English in technology. This is what makes the development of learning English to vary according to specific needs and situation. The second is the development of ESP. From its early beginnings in the 1960s, ESP has undergone three main phases of development. It is now in a fourth phase, with a fifth phase starting to emerge, namely register analysis, rhetorical or discourse analysis, target situation analysis, skills and strategies, and a learning-centered approach. In this material, ESP provides and develops planning and teaching of English for specific fields, and linguistic factors tend to dominate these developments with an emphasis on analysis of specific types of language. This development is put pressure on the language teaching profession to provide what students need in learning English, as this becomes a necessity in their respective fields of work. Third is language description. Language description is the way in which language systems are described and explained for learning purposes. In this chapter, we can identify 6 stages of language description development, namely classical or traditional grammar, structural linguistic, transformational generative grammar, language variation and register analysis, functional or notional grammar, and discourse or rhetorical analysis. All of these stages have their own rules and meanings or intention to support students in understanding ESP learning, where at each stage certain rules are explained about how we understand the structure, meaning, changes in the meaning of the words contained in the sentence. Then the fourth is theories of learning. In this material, the discussion of learning theory has been described and in the learning process, and there are several aspects that affect the language learning process, such as habits or behavior, emotional, cognitive, awareness of certain rules, and this needs to be considered in language learning. Then the learning model is a set of concepts created in the learning process that will be applied to students. The fifth is need analysis. Needs are what learners need to know in order to function effectively in the target situation. Then analysis is the process of breaking a complex topic or substance into smaller parts in order to gain a better understanding of it. And then a target situation analysis, such as what language is needed for, how will the language be used, what is the content area, with whom will the student use the language, where will the language be used, and when will it be used. Are all of them is framework of analysis. And the last is approaches to course design. Course design is a process by which the raw data about a learning need is interpreted in order to produce an integrated series of teaching learning experience. We can identify three main types of course design. There are language centers, skill center, and learning centers. Language center approach, this is the nature of the target situation performance, and that will be determine the ESP course. Then skill center approach, we must look behind the target performance to discover what process enables someone to perform. And then learning center approach, we must look beyond the competence that enables someone to perform because someone acquires that competence. Well, the conclusion is English for Specific Purposes, or ESP, is a teaching or use of English for certain fields in accordance with the needs of the field and profession of the English user. ESP is learning English that is different from learning general English. ESP refers more to the specific needs of the user with their field or profession. ESP is designed to connect the needs and interests of students in learning English. Therefore, the importance of determining what kind of English learning suits the user needs. Mastery of English is very important because it will be very helpful in supporting our current needs. Okay, I think that's all that I know about the material. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.